Hey guys, welcome back. Uh, in the last video, we discussed about the out of the box tables and the relationships between parent table and child table. And in this video, we will be a new looking into a concept in ServiceNow called how to create a table in ServiceNow. So, I'll quickly give the agenda of this video, what I will be covering today in this particular video. So in this particular video, we will be covering some definitions what is a table and what is a row and what is a column and what is a cell. And also we will be looking into the difference between base tables, extended tables, and custom tables. And also we will be looking into various field types while we are creating a table in ServiceNow. Like field types in the sense it will be in our coding language terms, it will be the data type, which type of fields we are creating, which type of fields we are creating in the table to hold the data. So we will be discussing few data types according to our use case today. So we will be discussing it, and also how we will be looking into the creation of the table in the instance and the walkthrough. And once the records were created once the fields were created, let's say if we want to update anything on the field definition level, how we can do that. So those things we will be looking into it in the today's video. So let's dive into the video actually. So before going to the instance right away, let's discuss about some definitions. So what is a table exactly? Like we are discussing how to create a table in ServiceNow, right? So let us know what is a table exactly in ServiceNow. Like it's just a table is like a container. A table is like a container in ServiceNow. It holds data. So, and coming to the what is a column? Like what are columns? Like columns are nothing but the fields which we are creating for that particular table. Columns are the fields which we are creating um, for that particular field. Okay. And coming to the what is a cell? What is a cell? Like cell means generally like the place where the column and the row will get meet. The place where the row and the column will get met. That is called a cell actually. And coming to the these are the main three definitions. And coming to the types of tables in ServiceNow we have. So we have three types of tables in ServiceNow. So first is base tables. Second, extended tables. And third, custom tables. Okay, let's discuss each type one by one. So base tables, like these are the tables. These are the tables um, which have structure, and it doesn't, and it has its which which has its own structure, and it doesn't inherit any of the table, any other table. Okay, it doesn't inherits any other table. So base tables, in the sense, they are standalone tables. They won't extend any other table to bring the behavior of from other tables. Like, these are standalone tables, and it has their own structure and own set of fields and own functionalities. Let's say, if I say the example will be a task table, user table, task users. You can say CMDB CI. These are all called base tables. Like, these tables won't inherit any other table, so these are all standalone tables. So coming to the extended tables, like in the name, like in the if you see the name, it says it is extending some other table, correct? So these are the tables will be extending from any other table. So, like, these tables usually inherits any other base tables to bring the functionality from the base tables. So, like, functionality in the sense, like, let's say, our task table has few fields like number, chart description, state, and category, assignment group, assigned to. So, whenever a particular table is getting inherited, this task table, at that time what happens means, whatever the fields which are there on the task, like this start description, assignment group, all these fields will get automatically to the extended table. And also the business rules, client scripts, and also UI actions, those, like, whatever the behaviors which is exhibiting by the base table, those behavior, those relationships and those behavior will get inherited to the extended table. So if we talk about the example for extended tables, it will be incident, problem, and you can say, like, server table, uh, and network. Like, these incident and problem are getting inherited from task, and the server network are getting inherited from CMDB CI. So, and let's talk about the custom tables now. So these are the tables. These are the tables will be creating from scratch based on the business requirements. Business requirements. Okay. Like, let's say your client is asking to create a new table that holds some specific data. So he don't wants to override the entire definition of any base table or extended table in ServiceNow. So at that particular point of time, you can go with a custom table. So if you create a custom table, you can create whatever the fields you want according to the client. You can create what that fields on that particular table, and also the behavior, like whatever the business rules, client scripts, whatever you want, you can create accordingly on that particular custom table. And there is one more thing regarding custom tables. uh, if you are creating a custom table in ServiceNow, if you are create let's say, to identify the table is a custom table or a base table or extended table, how we can do that in ServiceNow? Like, the simple ask is, I want to identify which table is a custom table and which table is a base table or extended table in ServiceNow. So how we can identify a custom table in ServiceNow? So any table, um, any table name which is starting with u underscore These type of tables are called custom tables in ServiceNow. Custom tables in ServiceNow. Okay, these are the things I want to explain on the notepad. So let's dive into the instance and we'll see all these base tables, extended tables, and custom tables. Like whatever the thing we wrote till now in the notepad, we will try to address every like we will try to see whatever the things we addressed in the notepad, everything in the instance. Let's go back to the instance. So in my instance, so let's go to the anyone table. Let's say I will open incident. Okay, type incidents. If we go down, we will be having incidents here, service desk incidents. Let's open this. So if you see, this is the table. This is the incident table. Okay, so um, this is the incident table. So whatever the fields, columns we have here, like number, short description, caller, priority, all these are called columns. Columns in the table terminology. So whatever the columns which are there on the table, they are called fields of that particular table. Like the values, the field, the fields hold the values actually. So these are all called columns or fields of the table, and these are all called rows. Like incident 007 is one row, it holds some data, and like that we have 42 rows now currently. And let's go to the. I need to give one more terminal. Like I have one more thing to discuss on this table level. We have a concept. Like we have a topic called Sys ID. So what is Sys ID? Sys ID. Okay. Sys ID is a unique character, uniquely identifiable character in ServiceNow. It's like a unique identifiable number actually in ServiceNow. It the Sys ID length will be 32-bit. Length, the Sys ID is of length 32. Okay, I'll show you the like what is the Sys ID in ServiceNow. 32-bit. So what is Sys ID actually? So if let's go to the Excel now. See, this is also a table actually. So this sheet, let's say this sheet one, I'm replacing it as incident. Okay, let's say I'm just trying to compare the things with ServiceNow and with an Excel sheet. Okay, so if you see here, the sheet, whatever the thing we are seeing now, it is named as incident. This is called incident table in ServiceNow. So whatever the columns we are seeing here, A, B, C, all these are columns in ServiceNow. Let's say this is number, and this is a description. So these are all the fields on the incident. So the columns are working as fields, and these are all called rows. So if you see here, for each row we have a number in place. So let's say this is the first row, second row, third row, like this. Like what is the reference for each row we have here? Like if I want to get the information from eighth row, how I can address that? I will select the eighth row, right? So this is the unique number for the eighth row data. So in the same way, let's say I want to get this particular incident 007 data, okay, via script or something. So if I open this, we will be having a parameter called sys ID here. So if you see, this is the sys ID. If I copy this and if I paste in the description, If you see, this is 32 bits SID actually. If you count this, it will be having 32 bits. This is the randomly generated unique number by the system whenever a insertion is happened in ServiceNow. Let's say this, if I want to access any of the data from this INC007, I can use this SysID and I can fetch that data, whatever the data I want from this particular form. I can do that with the help of this SysID because this is the unique number. So this number will be unique. It won't be this SysID refers to this incident. That's it. So if you refer this to SysID indirectly, that means you are referring to the incident only. So this is called SysID. So let's close this and we'll go to the live use case now. So we have a live use case today that is like we will be creating a table called employee details. So and with some set of fields like employee ID, employee name, email, and department. So here there are some different type of choices, different types of fields. Like we are covering string field and choice type, date type, and integer, reference, and true or false. So we will be creating the custom table a custom table in ServiceNow. So let's navigate to the instance again. What we need to do to create a table in ServiceNow, first we need to navigate to system definition tables and we need to click on new. So let's go to the navigator and search for tables. Okay. So if you see here under system definition, you are able to find tables. Just open it. And to create a new table in ServiceNow, we have option, we have a way action here called new. So just click on that. It will open the new table form, new record for table creation. So here there are some mandatory fields. What it is asking for, it is asking for label and name. So let's go back to our Excel and we will take the label. What is the label? That is employee details. So I'm just copying it, I'm pasting. Once you enter the label and if you remove your cursor from this particular field, automatically the name will get auto populate. See, if you see, I mentioned that in ServiceNow, if we are creating a custom table, that table name will get prefixed with u underscore. So this is the notation for a custom table in ServiceNow. Table like this is the naming convention for a custom table in ServiceNow. So if any table is prefixed with u underscore, you can say that it's a custom table in ServiceNow. So I added the mandatory fields like label and name. I gave the label and name is auto populated by adding the prefix as u underscore automatically. So just what I do, I will save the form now. Right click on the header and click save. Okay. Once doing that, the system will automatically bring some fields called system fields like created and created by, updated by, and sysid. If you see sysid, this is the sysid we discussed just now. Like it will be the unique number for every record which is getting inserted into this particular table. So this is the system field actually. It will create automatically once the table is created. So on top of this six fields now, we can create whatever the fields we want to create for this particular table. So we can create fields in different ways. Like we can use the um, form builder, design form, or maybe layout. We can create from three different ways. From now I'm just going with this new button. Like if you see, these are all the table columns here. So these are all the existing columns we got from the table creation. I'm not disturbing anything out of these six fields. I'm just creating some more new fields on this table. I'm just clicking on new. If you click on new, it will open the dictionary entry. So What is a dictionary entry? Like whatever the field you are creating for a particular table, it will store in one particular table. That field definition actually. So that definition will store in one particular table called sys underscore dictionary. So what this table consists? This table consists all the field definitions of all tables in this particular sys underscore dictionary. In future, let's say you are creating a field now. What what the field first field we have? Let's say we are creating a field called employee ID. Okay, so what is the type? It's string. So we have a magnifier here. Just click on it, it will open a pop-up. Just search for string. So you found that string. Just select type. After that it will ask for column label and column name and max length. So my label is employee ID. Okay, once you give the label, the name will get auto populated automatically. That is u underscore employee ID. So this is a string field. So we can define the length of the string, how much length the end user can provide. Let's say I'm giving 40. That means this field, this particular employee ID field can hold 40 characters. So I just gave this and I'm making this as mandatory. Okay. So mandatory, I'm just hit save. Just I'm clicking on the header, I'm just hitting save. So in the same way, I will be creating all other fields. Like, see, now we created employee ID, right? So next we need to create employee name. So uh, currently we are at the dictionary entry only. So we need to go back again. So what we need to do, like, uh, we can do one thing within this page. We can we'll do one thing. Go back. So if you see, if you click on back, um, so it came back to the table definition again, like table. So if you see here, our field is added here, employee ID. So I want to add one more field. So by clicking on new, you can add the new field. This is one way. And we have another way. Like here, if you see, insert a new row, we will add one new field by this way. So if you double click on this, it will ask for the column label. Okay. So what the column label? Employee name. We copied it, right? So just click on this tick. After that, you can set the type. You need to set the type, right? So that is string. So just type for string. It will auto populate the results. Just select string and save. And what are the things you want to set the default value, correct? Go to that particular column and just give the length, like match length. So just hit save. So after adding that, go to the header and right click and save it. So if you see, our employee name is added to the table columns. This is another way of creating a field on the table. Let's say I want to create from form designer. Okay, so we'll do one thing. Here we have some related links. So we have form builder, design form, layout form, right? So we'll click on design form. Okay, what it will do, it will go to the form design of this particular table. So here what we can do, we can design the view and form, like we can design the view and also the fields we want to add to the form. So if you see, just for now we created two fields. One is employee ID and one is employee name. How, like, what is the difference between the before two approaches and this approach is this form design is a drag and drop interface. So if you see here, we have two sections here. One is fields and another one is field types. So fields means whatever the fields currently available on this particular table, those fields will be available here. Like if you see, uh, employee ID and employee name is already in the designer, so it won't be available here. So if you see these six fields, created by all these fields were automatically created, right? So these fields are there. If I want to add this particular field to the form, just you need to click on it and just you need to drag and drop here. So if you drag and drop here, it will come and set like wherever the you want, you can set it, like the position, the wherever the position, like let's say if you want to change the position now, just once that hand symbol is populated, just drag and drop to the different section. If you want, you can place the fields wherever you want according to the position also. So now what I need to do, I need to create one more field, correct? So for creating a field, first we need to know like the type of the field we are creating. So let's go to the Excel again. We have a third field called email, right? So this is our field name and the type is string only. So let's go here in the field types. What is the field type? It's string. Just search for string. We have uh, field type called string. Just drag and drop here. So the string is now added. But the name is what the name is here. It's a new string. But we need to set the field name as email. So to set that name, we have a setting icon here. So we can with this we can edit the field definition. So if you click on it, if you see here, it is asking, it is allowing to change the label. So just clear that label and paste the email what you copied from the Excel, and you need to change the backend name also. Like it should be you underscore email, and I want this to be mandatory. And if you want to give the maximum length, you can give it as 40. Once you are done, just click out of this dialog. If you do that, see the definition got updated, field definition got updated. Once doing it, we will create remaining fields like this. So what's the other field? It's department, right? So what it is, of type choice, correct? So search for choice in the field type. If you, yeah, you find choice, just drag and drop in the designer. And to edit the field definition, just click on the settings icon and clear the label and give the new label what you want to give. And just giving the backend name. This is the backend name actually. This is the display name. Label will be the display value, and this is the backend name. Like when, what is the difference between these two? So display value means on the form, beside the field, it will be showing this label. And the backend name where we will use means, let's say I'm do updating this particular field from the script. At that particular point of time, we need to use the backend name. So in scripts, we will use this backend name. On the form view, it will be the label. So it is choice one, choice two. See, by default, it is showing the choices. Now we need to add the choices. If we see, we have some choices here. Like what are the choices? IT, tax, and audit, right? So I want to add the choices type. Choice one is not my choice. So first choice is IT, and if you see, automatically the backend name is auto populated in lowercase, and the second choice is tax. If you see, this is the backend name, this is the display name. So the tax is auto populated, and the third is audit. So if you see, that backend name is auto populated with lowercase. So that's it. And here we have some choice type, like how the drop down should be. Like it should be none or drop down with none, drop down without none. So if drop down with none is selected, that time none will be the first option, and after that these three options will get added to the choice list. And going to the next field, that is joining date, and type date. So I'm just picking date and drag and dropping here. I'm just editing the definition now. Joining date, and just giving some meaningful backend name, because whenever we are retrieving that using that backend name in the script, it will be easy to type. So just I'm giving joining underscore date. I'm just clicking out of the dialog and going ahead with another field, that is salary, of type integer. So we have integer here. Just I'm dragging and dropping, editing the field definition, salary, just updating the backend value for the future uses, and just um, clicking out of the dialog. And we have one more field called manager of type reference. Here we have one catch. What is reference field? So in the name it suggests refer. That means this particular field will be referring to another table for getting the data to that field. So how it works actually? So let's say I'm creating a field called manager. It is referring which table? It's referring to user table. Usually manager means it will be a person, right? So some person name should be selected in this particular field. So usually where the user records will store in ServiceNow in the user table, right? So I want the users to be um, reflected in in this particular field from the user table. So what I do, I will search with user, and if you see we have sys underscore user. This is the user table. Just select it. Okay. After that, if you select and save this, whatever the data, if you see in this manager table, that data will be getting from user table because it's a reference field, right? This field will refer user table to get the data into this particular field. So that's reference field, and one more field is active, and that type is true or false. If you see here, we have true or false, just dragging and dropping, giving active, and just giving the backend name. That's it. With that, our fields were created successfully, the 8 fields, and we have a field called display field here. That is, we are doing for employee name. Why we are doing this? So let's say this particular table is getting referred on any other table via one reference field. At that particular point of time, if you open that reference field, instead of showing sys IDs, it will show the actual name of the record. So to do that, we are making the display field as employee name here. So if you see here, we have employee name here. Just click on this. If you see, we will be having a display. I think we don't have that setting here. We can do on the table definition. Just click on save once the fields are created. So now go back to here and just refresh the page, table definition page. So if you see, our fields are created here. So if you see whatever the display attribute I discussed in the last, that is this attribute only. So I want to make display value to false for employee name. So just double click on the false. It will give the options to change it. Just I'm making it true. With this, whenever this particular table is getting referred from any other field, instead of showing the sys IDs of the records, it will show the employee names of the records for easy identification. So I made that employee name to true. With that, our table definition is completed. So we have successfully created the table, and what we have. So that's it. So to now the table is ready. If you see how the form look like of this table, if you want to see the form, just we need to click on the related link called show form in the table definition. If you do that, it will open the open a new form of this employee details. If you see here, employee ID is string and this is mandatory, email is mandatory. If you see the department, we have choices. The first choice is none, and we have 3 choices like IT, tax, and audit. And we have joining date. This will be date type. So you can select the dates here. And if you see the manager one, see there is a magnifier, right? It will be looking up the data from user table. If you click on this magnifier, it will show the data from users table. If you see here, it is referring data to sys underscore user, right? Because it's a reference field, it will be referring data from another table. So if you select any one user, that user will get set in this particular field, and also it will be we are able to see the user data also by clicking on this preview this record. It will give a form level pop-up, field level pop-up, and it will show the user related details in this. So with this, our table definition is completed as we have successfully created a custom table in ServiceNow, and we created what are the fields we want on that particular table. So in the next video, I will be showing in how many ways we can load the data into this table. So uh, to watch that, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So it will be very interesting. The next video will be in how many ways we can load the data into this particular custom table we created. So there will be so many ways, like 3 to 4 ways we have. So I will show all the ways how can based on the type of use case we can load the data. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you like my video, please hit a like and drop a comment, and let me know you have created your custom table ready. So thank you guys. I'll see you again in the next video.